What is going on, guys? This is Hero Talk, and Bryan Cranston has a role in the new Power Rangers reboot. So recently, Bryan Cranston was added to the cast of Power Rangers, and he is actually playing Zordon. If you don't know who Zordon is basically the leader of the Power Rangers. He is basically just a face in a big glass tube, and he is just giving the Power Rangers advice and is kind of something like the moral part of them, and he leads them when there is trouble, and he just tells them when they have to go and save the world. So Bryan Cranston told us something about his new role, and this is what he had to say on this. Yes, it's motion capture and it's a lot of CGI work. The tenet of that storyline is that this is a real person who is trapped in this other world, and it becomes this in the wall, so to speak, of the command center. He still has a heart and mind, but an agenda that he's got to get these 5 Power Rangers to defend the Earth, or else everyone they know will be killed. So it's exciting. And this is very cool what he has to say on this. Obviously this is much CGI, and I can imagine that they will use kind of the same technology they use for Iron Man, for Tony Stark, when they want to show Tony Stark how he talks in the Iron Man suit, when you can see his face in the helmet. And I can imagine that they are using some kind of the same technology right here. And as he just says, here he is the command center, kind of. And obviously he has his own story, but his main interest is just to get these 5 Power Rangers to save the Earth. So, or else everyone they know will be killed. And this sounds really exciting, as Bryan Cranston says it himself. So, I recently got a comment on the first Power Rangers video I did, and there was actually someone asking for how to make this Power Rangers reboot work and not make it so silly because it's just for kids. And Bryan Cranston seems to be very convinced that this Power Rangers reboot will get really good, and how he puts it right here, it just sounds that there is a great danger to the whole universe, actually, because everything will be destroyed if they not save the world. So it's also interesting what he had to say later in the same interview. Yeah, I did voices, dubbing voices for the Power Rangers, the series 35 years ago. But I can tell you, I would not have accepted the role if it was not for the script being so good. They have completely changed the tone. It is not the television series at all. It's a fully realized, updated, re-imaged approach to telling this superhero story. I haven't done a superhero story, and I was intrigued. I think this sounds interesting. Let's try it. So, as he says right here, they have completely changed the tone. So this isn't anymore some kind of a child series. They have kind of made it darker, I can imagine. If this Power Rangers reboot was like the original series, he wouldn't have accepted to be Zordon. So he's confirming that this movie will be very darker than the series, and that's actually pretty good, because you can imagine that with this dark tone, with some seriousness to this story can get actually pretty exciting. Let me know in the comments what you think about this movie, what you think about Bryan Cranston. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more.